origami, drawing, and writing. These three things are said to take up a tremendous amount of visual capability, and ones with those are said to excel in these fields. And as a child, I've dabbled in all of these three things from my time in kindergarten, I guess. So, till now, I've kept up to it, and I've developed a lot of tricks that leveled up my stuff instantly, and I've also developed long-term solutions for the problem of increasing the mental bandwidth. So, we're going to start with 3 simple tricks that will instantly level up your visualization game. I'm now going to start with tip 1 right now. Okay, here's tip 1. Warm the frick up. Warming up is something a lot of people avoid even in sports because they're lazy pinto beans, let's just say. Okay, why is warming up important? Well, now we're going to warm up and we're going to see the difference. Okay, close your eyes. Now I close my eyes as well because demonstration, Now visualize a green triangle, a purple X, and a blue square, and a yellow circle. Now visualize all of them wrapped around in this nice reflective coating and side by side. Now visualize putting them together in the form of a rhombus and then putting them on a PS4 controller. Now shine light on the controller and see its different parts. Nice, right? Neat, right? Well, that's the whole idea. And if you visualize like this, now you'll be able to visualize more stuff. Like say, for example, the entire blueprint of a damn house. Now, I'm gonna close my eyes and visualize a Japanese house, and you're gonna do it alongside me. I see the different floors. Okay, there are 3 floors, and the tatami mats are nicely put on the floor. And, oh, the roofs, they're very curvy and triangle-ish. And yeah, I'm gonna shine bright light on top of them. Ah, that really brings it together. My Japanese house was really cool. How was yours? Mine was in red and pink. So, that is essentially the limits you can take it to. And you can even take it further, actually. If you want, I can do it here with you. But you can do it yourself and you can see that you can visualize a ship right now. Yeah. Okay, that is step number 1. And step number 2 is to make most use of the mental bandwidth you already have. And this is for people who have this kind of visualization problem. Like, aphantasia, let's just say. It's a condition where they don't essentially have the mind's eye to peek into their imagination. And they have the other thing, the mind voice, but they just didn't develop something like that for their visuals. So I'm going to teach you how you can still visualize if you have that kind of defect, let's just say. So this I'd like to call the wireframe visualization thingy. Yeah. So here's the idea. Red is the color with the least energy in the EM spectrum that humans can see and visualize in. So this is a red on black visualization method. Like, on our mind, the canvas is black and without light by default, right? So what you essentially do right now is you start visualizing a wire forming the object you want to think about. For me, it's forming the shape of a rotating door for some reason, but now I'm going to force it to become an apple. Now we're going to draw lines around an apple like it's a blueprint of an apple, The visualization gets more and more vivid when you do that. And you can visualize a lot more things than you would be able to otherwise with this wireframe method. And the third thing is the last. Shine bright light on the objects inside of your head. It's not a default turn on. You actually have to think about holding a torch to the object you're trying to see. For example, if you're making a ship, consider using a spotlight to illuminate its features. Don't use sunlight and other things because to your brain, they are always there in reality. So it believes there need not exist one in its head, and this will actually work. So you have to program that in. And okay, those were 3 simple tricks that you can use to instantly level up your imagination. And now we're going to go into more long-term solutions. And I want to start with clearing up brain fog and using caffeine. you have to fix your sleep to get rid of brain fog. And you have to... No. And if you want to stay awake, you want to use caffeine. So they are like opposite ends of the same spectrum. Like if you use caffeine, in 1 or 2 hours, your brain will be up to the speed of a McLaren from that of a Toyota Corolla or something. You can make do with that. I can tell you something. So caffeine is gonna help you be wakeful. And the more wakeful you are during the day, the more sleepy you will be in the night. But just note this. Your body has a sleep cycle monitored by chemicals. And when the first 2 hours of the day are over, the chemicals go off. Which means now you can take coffee or tea. And then just don't go about doing it every day or in the evening. Because when you do that kind of stuff, your brain is desensitized to it. Or when you do it in the evening rather, your sleep is disrupted. And yeah, that's pretty much the first one. And the second one is about getting good sleep. Meditate on your bed. This will boost concentration and in the long term help your visualization and your sleep as well, which both go together to exponentially improve the amount of stuff you can visualize. Trust me, I've slept for 5 hours and I've slept for 9 and I've slept for 8. I do not plan on going back to 5 hours because if you keep doing that, at a point of time you'll start stuttering with your sentences. Although English is my second language, I can say that I do prefer 8 hours. I had to leave, now I came back. Where were we? Image streaming, wasn't it? Image streaming is the act of me deliberately using your visual cortex instead of letting you use it. Well, why? Because apparently, in the psychology of humans, my voice reaches deeper than your own inner voice for visualizing. But you can also try it with yours and it will work to a shorter extent. Yeah, that wasn't very helping, was it? The background noise. Okay, now let me teach you how to image stream. Now close your eyes and I'm going to describe a short scene that I popped up in my head now. A group of 6 hills, triangular tipped, very curvy, and snow all the way down to the bottom. There's a lot of cotton-like clouds surrounding the plains between them, and a lot of creatures are also shouting near your ears because there are eagles flying beside you. And as you see the cotton-like clouds and you descend into them, you can see the sun setting and the bright magma orange that the sun has created around it. Well, I think you were able to visualize that to some extent, right? And you were able to do it as if it were a scene in a movie. And that is what image streaming essentially trains you to do. And instead of me just doing it all day long and making playlists and earning money off it, I'm gonna be generous and I'm gonna give you the actual tips. So read books and listen to music that are written like poems. Written like poems. I'm being very specific here with my words. Because some songs, rappers sing about themselves getting backshots by other men. No, not those backshots. I'm talking about being shot in the back. Wait, that's even worse. Okay, now let me stop being sus and get to the actual part. So there's a song called Torches by Aimer, and that is an example of invoking visual. Yeah. In English, Atlantis, I think, invokes some kind of visual imagery in my head, and so on. And so that was basically about how you do visual streaming. And reading books, you can pick books that you like to read. Don't just pick ones that are really hard. Start with stuff that's easy, like a nice sci-fi adventure, or a normal fi adventure, fiction, or just any kind of book, non-fiction or so. Just remember, the words need to invoke visuals. And yeah, that was about it for this video. If you liked today's value, well then I compiled it, so hit the subscribe button and like to let me know that, and jog the algorithm up so that more people are benefited from this video like you. Share this with a friend who can't visualize or struggles very much to draw even a little bit. Thank you for watching. My name is Monish, channel's name is Monster. And to you, brother, I'll be back with another. Here's a sure you can.
Sure you can.
you.